Hey everyone! Today we're going to talk about the different types of camera movements used in film. To start off, we're going to look at the camera pan. Pan refers to a horizontal movement of a camera on a tripod. Directors typically use this to keep a moving subject in the frame, but it can also be used to expand upon setting. Here in the 2013 Czech film Clownwise, we see an image of the past contrasted with the modern-day setting as the camera pans. Another common movement filmmakers utilize is the tilt. Similar to pan, tilts also occur with the camera mounted on the tripod, but the movement occurs vertically. This technique is usually used to suggest shifts in vulnerability and power. Here in the 2010 film Inception, director Christopher Nolan used tilting to emphasize the awe and terror of DiCaprio's character as he watched a sea fold inward during a dream sequence. The next kind of movement, the dolly shot, sees the camera being attached to some sort of moving machine that can follow a subject. When using this movement, filmmakers attempt to bring the audience into the scene with the character that the camera is tracking. A prime example is given here in Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, as John Travolta's character explores a quirky 1950s themed diner. The audience is as curious and intrigued as Travolta as we dolly through the diner with him. A more amateur kind of movement is handheld camera movement. The name explains itself. The camera is held and moved around by a human arm during filming, thus subjecting it to even the slightest movement that the cameraman makes. Even the most advanced directors will subvert to using handheld camera movement in order to create a sense of confusion and chaos. Tim Miller used a handheld camera in the final fight scene of his superhero flick Deadpool to capture the adrenaline and climatic urgency of the fight between Deadpool and Ajax. Filmmakers with the big budgets can utilize crane shots, which features a camera moving while attached to a crane. Directors use these to capture a more expansive scope in movie scenes. One of the most iconic crane shots appears in the 1939 film Gone with the Wind, where Vivien Leigh's character stumbles upon thousands of wounded soldiers in the middle of a town square. The camera begins on Leigh and cranes out to reveal the shocking reality of war, leaving both the actress and the audience horrified at this gory sight. Another more basic type of movement is the zoom. This movement refers to the adjusting of the camera lens to make sure a subject appears closer or further away. Directors will implement this movement to focus on a subject for dramatic effect or suspense. Here in Edgar Wright's Baby Driver, the camera slowly zooms in on Baby as the music slowly builds up. The zoom movement is building anticipation. The audience is wondering what action he will take when the beat drops. Lastly, more advanced directors will use the aerial shot. Here, the camera is attached to some sort of aircraft and moved accordingly. These kinds of movements are used to achieve extreme long shots of scenery and cityscape. An aerial shot is used in the opening scene of Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, where we see a seemingly tranquil city being literally shattered by crime as the Joker's henchmen conduct a bank heist. Those are the basic types of camera movement in film. Thanks for watching.